Hi folks, I'm Matt and welcome to the Weekly Rundown. Wow, it has been a long time since I have done one of these. And let me tell you, I have been looking forward to it. As you know, I am clean shaven now. Woo! I think I made one more Matt's Expanded Universe video where I had the fuzz on before I shaved it. So you will see me with fuzz on Friday. But that's just because I filmed it prior to shaving it. I was never going to grow a beard. I can't. Speaking of updates to the channel, you will notice that there's a new playlist I added. It's my Defending the Expanded Universe playlist. Hooray! A lot of you have always asked for one, and Colbat Jedi Knight actually made a good point. She said she uses those videos to show other people the truth about the EU and kind of bust up some of the misconceptions people have. And I said, yeah, that's true, and our whole purpose is to grow the movement. Remember when I talked about last week the EU challenge, kind of like the Pepsi challenge, and I talked about Pepsi and Surge. I failed to mention that Surge has been around for 17 years. I mean, they didn't have hundreds of thousands of followers overnight. It took them a long time to build up to that. Same thing with Crystal Pepsi. The only reason Crystal Pepsi got so big was that some big YouTuber, LA Beast, who has like over 1 million subscribers, he got involved with the Crystal Pepsi movement and basically led it to new heights and was able to get a lot of his fandom involved. And so they had lots of big help, but it took a while for both of those movements because there are people screaming for Crystal Pepsi for decades too. But that took some time. So did getting Sherlock Holmes's books back. I believe there was 10 years without any Sherlock Holmes stories. So we do need to grow the movement. That's what it's all about. But of course, don't say never because we've seen it happen so many times before. One thing I want to correct, on Matt's Expanded Universe last Friday, I made a mistake and I re-reviewed 2 short stories that I'd already done from episode 58. Well, only, everyone caught that? And I had to go through. I'm looking over, this is one sheet of paper here. I've got 7 others here of me trying to put the Clone Wars storyline together. And I have a bunch of scratches out, so when I have a bunch of short stories, I was like, where does this go? I'll throw it in here. I'll throw it in here. With the Clone Wars, it's kind of a mess anyway, but I'm like, well, where would I put that? I'd throw this in there. Let me get these short stories have to be before this, so I'll put them in here now. So when should you read this one? It is going to be for episode 58, not for the last episode. My apologies on that. I think what happened was I didn't scratch them out after I reviewed them. And I'm afraid that may have happened again. I'm trying to make sure I don't make the same mistake again, but I did, and I'm sorry. As best I know how, remember? So not going to be perfect on that, but I do apologize for reviewing them a second time, and then everyone's like, wait, did they go there or did they go here? Go with episode 58. Don't go with what I just said. I think I put something in the description, too, to say that. But anyway, hopefully it won't happen again. Speaking of Matt's Expanded Universe, we've got some very, very, very exciting episodes to show you. We're going to get to a lot of the stuff that fans love. And I know you probably already know what I'm talking about, but yeah, it's coming. Now, also for my board game review, I've been reviewing a lot of vintage games. I'm going to go back to current games. I did have a plan, I did have a theme for October that I wanted to do and I was super excited, but then this game came in. Folks, this is my #1 game, Project Elite from Gen Con this year. No, it's not out in the US, Kickstarter people just got their copies, but I bought one off of someone who sold it secondhand to me from Kickstarter, and I got everything, all the expansions, all the pieces. Oh man, I can't wait to review this, and it's going to trump all the videos I had planned, and I kind of hate that, but at the same time, I really want to show off Project Elite. So expect Project Elite videos for the next couple of weeks. because I really think it's a fun game, an awesome game, and really excited about doing some reviews. Maybe even have a guest star for those reviews, who knows. As for the podcast, on Princes of the Universe, Bruce and I go over more Star Wars talk. We talk about Star Wars, the expanded universe, Pablo's recent interview on StarWars.com, and a few other things. I interviewed Ryder Wenham, who actually has watched my channel before, which is really nice. But I talk about my talks with him. So there's a lot going on in Prince of the Universe. You don't want to miss it. If you do not have iTunes, I will put a link in the description. I keep trying to do that for both of my podcasts. But the Prince of the Universe episode is going to be really good. Also, for Saturday Morning Samoflange, we finally finished our review of all the video games, our favorite games from different consoles. We have been doing this since January, and we got kind of, when spring came around, we kind of got busy. My fault, really. I traveled a lot. CJ had a baby, and Mikey just fell off the face of the earth. We still don't know where he is. But CJ comes back, we finish it up, we talk about our favorite games from the Nintendo Wii and the Xbox 360. Now, when will we do another video game review? We're going to hold off on that. Like newer games and whatnot. We're going to hold off on video games, but this is finally that missing piece that I've been trying to get this series completed for so long. And what is it, October? It's about time, right? I've still got to edit that one, but it comes out this Saturday. Again, I will put a link in the description. You don't want to miss it. By the way, folks, if you do have any questions for myself or Bruce on Prince of the Universe, or for CJ and I on Saturday Morning Samoflange, just put those in the comments below. Hashtag POTU for Prince of the Universe, or SMS for Saturday Morning Samoflange. And we will talk about it on a future show. Another thing I want to announce is I am doing a live Q&A this Saturday. That's right, as Saturday Morning Samoflange is going live, so am I. I'm going to do it on a Saturday morning for two reasons. One, I want to switch up the time, just kind of do something a little different. And I'm busy next Monday, so I can't do a video next Monday. So this will kind of replace the video I have to do on Monday. But two, and really the most important reason I should say, the reason I want to do it in the morning, Saturday at 9 in the morning, is because I want to catch some people overseas. Whenever I do it 9 at night, people tell me, "Oh man, that's in the middle of the night for me. I can't do that." So if I did it 9 in the morning, I guess it would be in the afternoon for you, and that may be a convenient time on a Saturday. We'll see how it goes. If you're not going to be able to wake up with me, that's not too early in the States, but if you're not going to be able to wake up in time, or you just may miss it for whatever reason, go ahead, put your question in the comments, just say Q&A, and then ask your question. And as you know, for every live Q&A, I always answer all your questions. I really enjoy a lot of the questions I got last time. I do have a few to answer for the next time around, but live Q&A this Saturday, no video next Sunday. Now, a question that I got from a friend of mine said, "Matt, where are you going to be next year? Like, where are you going to travel?" Because as you guys know, I travel a lot. I go to different Comic Cons and whatnot. Right now, the only one I am for sure going to is in May. It's the BGG Spring Con. Now, it's a board game convention in Dallas, Texas, which is not that far from me. And so I'll be in Dallas that weekend in May playing board games. So if you're going to go to the BGG Spring Con, definitely look me up. I'd love to play board games. We can talk Star Wars. We can have lots and lots of fun. So I'm super excited. It's my first BGG to go to. I hear good things. It seems to have everything I want. I don't know if I'm going to Gen Con next year. That's too far in the future. I just don't know. As I travel, I'll be sure to let you know, because I enjoy meeting every single one of you. Remember, you're not fans, you're friends to me, and I mean that. Every time that I talk to some of you, either online or through email or just in comments, I feel like, man, we would be best friends if we lived closer together. I think that of everyone, though. So thanks for being my friends, is what I have to say. All right, folks, that is it for now. I'll see you later this week.